Hey artists, in this video we're going to be mixing up our paste for the paper mache. So the powder that you've got in that little Ziploc bag, it's been measured out. It's about half of one of these boxes here. And you can find all the details and all my mixing instructions on the handout on D2L. But of course here is what I'm going to quickly be showing you. Okay, basically we are going to turn the white powdery substance, okay, it's sort of a mix of a flour and a glue. We're going to turn that into something that's more like this paste, this jelly, gluey, runny kind of stuff. So you may want a bowl or some larger container to mix it in, and then just like a yogurt container or some other plastic container, ice cream container with a lid that's gonna let it be airtight. Okay, you guys have about half of one of these, so I'm just gonna dump that out. Okay, powder is in the bowl, ready to go. Some sort of a whisk. I do prefer a whisk just to help with lumps. If you have a whisk, great. If not, a spoon or a spatula should work just fine. And then you need about 3 to 4 cups of cold water. We're just gonna add that in gradually. So you mix the entire contents of your Ziploc bag and add the water. And you just want this to be cold water. You can see right there how it's thickened up. And I'm gonna keep stirring to kind of avoid lumps, any sort of lump. Okay. So I went with the full 4 cups. It's kind of an estimate. You may need slightly less, slightly more. And then I know it seems totally nuts, but you're going to continue to stir for a full 2 minutes. Then we'll let this sit, right? And then we're going to give it another stir again. You want the consistency to sort of be sort of a thick, heavy cream, or closer to like a light sour cream. Still runny, still liquidy. This is gonna thicken up as it sits for just a few minutes, so I'll be right back. And now that that's sat for a while, we're gonna give it another good mix. And at any point, if it's looking like a little too thick, you can always add a bit more water. And that sometimes happens as it's sitting. So I'm gonna go from my big mixing container into my airtight plastic container now. You can see that it's gonna give you a lot. So you also could feel free to just half this recipe and just mix up, you know, a little bit of it at a time. You can always mix up more as you might need it. So I'm gonna have the lid on. This will be ready to go as I start to paper mache using some paper towel. Whoops, sorry gang. Using paper towel and adding that on top of my armature. So that's gonna come up in the next video, but for now, just having mixed all this, set it aside in your airtight container, okay? And then clean up with just some soap and water, your counter, your whisk or spatula or whatever it may be. Good luck.